presented by Target press conference hosted here at the historic Soldier Field, site of Wednesday's match. The match is now officially sold out, with limited tickets now only available on SeatGeek, the league's marketplace ticket partner. To kick us off, we are joined today by Chicago Fire and All-Star head coach Veljko Paunovic, Toronto FC and All-Star midfielder Michael Bradley, as well as Chicago Fire's Bastian Schweinsteiger, captain of the All-Star game team. Coach, why don't you kick us off with some opening words?
Thank you, Marisa. Well, welcome everyone to the city of Chicago, the host of the 2017 MLS All-Star game. We are honored to be the host. We are honored to have you all here and to have one of the best teams in the world to play with this wonderful game that we all want to show the world the level we are and represent how we represent our league and the country. From this point, I will let you go with the questions, and we will be very happy to answer everything you want. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Carlos and Charlie here will be handing off the mic. Please just raise your hand. We'll get it to you. We ask that you name yourself, your name, and your organization before you ask your question. All right, so we'll go right here, Charlie, yellow shirt, Jack.
Thank you, Marisa. Michael, you've played in a couple of these games, and now league season, Gold Cup, All-Star game. Tell me, what meaning does this game have for you? Is it important? Is it important, as Coach said, to show the world the level of the game here? And for you personally, is it something that matters?
It's an exciting few days in every way. You know, the three of us were just talking a few minutes ago. Just this idea, even for us as players, to have the opportunity to come, to spend a few days with some of the other best players from around the league, to talk football, to get to know guys on a level that you otherwise wouldn't be able to. It's enjoyable. Chicago's an amazing city, and obviously there's no better opponent than Real Madrid. And so, you know, we enjoy this. You know, we want to make it a special night for anybody who comes to the stadium and watches. But as Pauno said, we want to be sharp. We want to on the night represent ourselves and the league in a good way. And you know, everybody will remember and understand that it's a friendly game still. But again, when you step on the field, you play to win, you play to be sharp, and we're all looking forward to it.
This is also for Mike. In the space of a week, you go from Gold Cup final to big Toronto League game to this. Is it difficult to adjust from those three circumstances? And have you ever had a circumstance where you played for three different teams in a week?
When this is what you love to do, then there's nothing difficult about it. You know, this idea of playing games at the highest level, of getting to play with other good players, of playing in big games when the spotlight comes on bright. There's nothing better. And so, you know, it's been a busy stretch. There's no two ways about it, but it's something I love to do. I enjoy every second of it.
Coach, Cesar Rodriguez with Telemundo Chicago. Can you just tell us in English and in Spanish, please, you know, how important is this game for the local talent in Chicago from the Fire and also Major League Soccer to have this contact with, without a doubt, the best team in the world for their development as a person and as a soccer player?
Well, it's very important, obviously, for our community in Chicago, for all the young talents that are coming to see the Chicago Fire as a club being in this role and having the representation of 4 players on our team who will play this one of the best events in the world, especially of course for United States and for the MLS. So they can see that there is continuation. There is a connection from also we have in our homegrown team. Also, we have Georgi Mihailovic, who's the product of our academy. So all our community can see and can actually come and help with their support here at the Soldier Field tomorrow. I think we are building something very sustainable on a long term, and I think we did a good job so far. But we also have to know that we need the whole community to be engaged, and I think that these kind of games help a lot. They can see it. Por supuesto que es un evento muy importante para nuestra comunidad por varias razones. Primero porque nuestro club está representado con 4 jugadores. También tenemos un jugador que está jugando el homegrown, el partido que se va a jugar hoy. Y eso lo que demuestra es la conexión de un proyecto a largo plazo que está todo bien conectado. Y para nosotros es muy importante también que la comunidad y que nuestros aficionados aquí nos ayuden y vengan a apoyarnos también hoy con los homegrown y mañana con el Real Madrid, el partido del siglo, digamos. Gracias.
Hi, Chris Cook of the Chicago Tribune. My question is for Bastian. I know you're sort of new to Chicago still, but what can exposing fans, soccer fans in Chicago, to a team like Real Madrid against the MLS All-Stars, what can that do for the community kind of to introduce soccer to Chicago?
I think, first of all, it's a great opportunity to play against a team like Real Madrid. To have the game at the Soldier Field, especially for us, means a lot. I think also for the people here in Chicago. And I'm just looking forward to this kind of games, on the highest level. I'm happy to play and perform with the best players of the MLS. I always enjoyed in my career to play with the best players in my team, and I'm really looking forward to face Real Madrid again. Played a couple of times against them, and I hope we're going to have a nice event at the Soldier Field, the crowd and the people. I hope that they support our team, and hopefully we can win the game.
Hi, Brian Sandalo, Chicago Sun-Times. This is for any of you if you want to handle it. Obviously, you guys are playing Real Madrid, 2-time European champion, at least the last 2, but Ronaldo's not here. How much do you think that diminishes this event that he's not going to be here?
Obviously, he scored a lot of goals against Bayern Munich, for example, my teams. But I think Real Madrid is a team which had amazing success the last 2 years to win the Champions League twice in a row. It was always actually my dream to do that with Bayern Munich. So I congratulate Real Madrid to this big success. But they still have a lot of good players. I mean, Ronaldo is obviously one of the best players of the world, but they still also have other players who can play this part of a main part in their game. So we have to really try to focus on our game to control the key players of them, and the best would be not to make so many easy mistakes because they're going to use it.
Okay, let me add something. I obviously agree with everything what Bastian said. I just want to say also that we are playing against the team, and I had the opportunity also as a former player to play against them. That's the team that always come back. Okay, it comes back when they lose, they have the mentality. They are tough to play. They are very confident, and even if Cristiano is not here, they have enough talent on that team to not only give us the spectacle, but give us a very competitive game. And at the end, all our guys, when they play, they're going to be on the field. For sure, when they see Real Madrid's jerseys, they're going to be very motivated. And no matter who's wearing it, the guys will be happy to play and give their best for sure.
Bastian, how do you, as a player, approach the game itself, the 90 minutes on the field in an event like this?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Did you understand?
Could you repeat your question?
How do you approach the game itself, the 90 minutes on the field as a player actually playing in a game like this with a roster that's assembled from a bunch of people around the league that maybe you haven't played with before?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you have to know it's also, I mean, we don't know each other. We never trained, for example, together. Never. The automatism maybe won't be there 100%, but you know, if you have quality players around yourself, it makes it easier in the game. Their understanding is there. I just hope that, or our goal is to obviously control the play at a game. But as I said before, Real Madrid is a team. You can control 88 minutes the game, and maybe in the 90th minute they score a goal out of nothing, you know. And this you have to know when you play against a top team like Real Madrid. So we're gonna obviously prepare our game, and I just also hope that we're gonna have a nice evening. You know, it's of course you play against Real Madrid, you wanna win, you wanna beat them, but I just hope that we represent the MLS in a good way, and a lot of people will probably watch this game, so I hope we represent the MLS in a good way, and it's going to be a good event at the Soldier Field.
Yes, this is Alexis Guerreros with the Cooligans. I just want to know, do you think that this game, do you guys see it more as a friendly? I guess this question is more for Bastian Schweinsteiger. Do you see this as more of a friendly, or do you think that this has sort of some inclination as to the standing of the league? And also, now that you're with the MLS All-Stars, do you think you guys can win the World Cup?
I was waiting, exactly. For me, it was always the case, friendly matches, you know, when you had friendly matches, in a way you wanted to win the game 100%. You know, I don't like to lose even friendly matches. I think Michael or Velko, they are on the same side. And when you play against Real Madrid, for me, for him, for Michael, I think for everyone in our team, you want to win against the best team in Europe. And if we can beat them, maybe then we can also look forward to win the World Cup.
Right here.
Bastian, Paul Tenorio from 442. A couple years ago, Kaká was saying his only experience with All-Star games was watching the NBA All-Stars when he was over in Europe, and he loved seeing that. It's a unique American thing. I wonder your perspective on what the All-Star game is, and whether you like it, and whether you think it could work elsewhere in the world.
I think it's a very good idea of the league. And to be honest, I was playing the All-Star game 2014 after we won the World Cup with Germany. We flew with Bayern Munich, we flew to Portland. I think you remember this game maybe. And actually there I fell in love in the MLS. So I was there with my brother, and we were sitting the first half on the bench together because we were a little bit tired from the flight from Munich to Portland. So, and then I could feel the atmosphere and the positive atmosphere in the stadium, the supporters, and you could feel in the eyes of the people how much it means for them. And so I really enjoyed it a lot, and I actually said to my brother, why not playing once in the MLS? And so it started like this. I hope maybe players from Real Madrid experience the same, so and they can come over and play in this league.
Oh, thank you. Rick Furr for Sports Collectors Digest. We're a collectors magazine, so this will be a little bit different kind of a question, and it's for all three of you. Other than the memories that you'll bring away from this event, which I'm sure will be very nice, I wonder if any of you look for any tangible things to take back. Signed balls from the other team, jerseys. Do any of you collect things?
Yeah, you don't have an answer.
I personally, I have my collection of jerseys. So I'll be good if I can get something. But it's for me, it's more the most important thing is the experience, and to learn from obviously from all the players that we have in our team, the talent and the group that we assembled here. I think it's the unique. And that's the first thing and the most important thing for me, to learn from our players, obviously to learn from our opponent, and the whole experience worldwide, that has the impact. So, of course, some souvenirs we'll figure out something. Thank you.
I would say I admire some players. I admire Zinedine Zidane a lot. But I have to say, my goal is to keep my MLS All-Star jersey for myself because it's my first one, so I try to keep it.
Michael, do you want to add?
No, for me, it's the experience. You know, the experience of over the course of a few days, getting to spend time with the best players from around the league, enjoying the time on the field, what it's like to play with top players, and ultimately, those are the things that you take away and remember in the best way.
There was a question in the back. Someone had raised their hand previously.
Derek Henkel with AFP.
Wait 1 second for the microphone, please.
That's the guy from the...
Yeah, hi, Derek Henkel with AFP. First for the coach, and then if we can go down the table. I wonder if you guys could talk a little bit about attracting a team as large as Real Madrid and bringing them to the U.S. What do you think that says about the standing of MLS as an organization? And do you think that U.S. soccer is rising on par to world football?
If I understand the question well, I believe the MLS in the past did a huge and amazing job all around the league and all around the country, together with U.S. Soccer, obviously, on the youth level and also at the highest level, having here a great representative like Michael. So I think all these pieces together are actually helping the development in this country of the talent, for sure, detection, and every time more and more kids are playing soccer, and that's very, very important for the future. But right now we have the pool of the players also in the league, with the guys who are developed here and also the guys who came to support and give their contribution to the soccer and the level that we are seeking for, to be the best, one of the best leagues in the world. So I think the league is going in the right way. The country is going soccer-wise in the right way, and I think that all that together will manifest in the coming 5 to 10 years as this league becomes one of the best leagues in the world, and United States plays the final of the World Cup and hopefully win it.
All right, we're going to come to the front now.
Alicia Delgado with the Orlando Sentinel. This is for Bastian and Michael. Are there any players, either MLS players or Real Madrid players, that you hadn't met personally before and were looking forward to getting to know during this time?
For me, yes. I actually I try to learn all the first names of my teammates. You know, it's not so easy for me. I know the Real Madrid players actually a little bit better, but for me it was new to meet some players here. But I was happy when I saw the players on the pitch, that everyone is willing to play a game against Real Madrid, and that everyone has quality, and that's what I like the most. But I was struggling a little bit with the first names, to be honest.
All right, we're going to go right here.
Pablo with CSN. My question is for Bastian and Michael. Michael and Bastian, you guys are very talented midfielders. Can you please give me your assessment on Real Madrid's midfield? I mean, you got people like Toni Kroos, you got people like Modric. What do you guys, your assessment, basically?
Yeah, it's an excellent midfield. There's no two ways about it. I think at the end of last season, one of the big keys for them was the balance and the control that they were able to find in their midfield. And even at the end of the season, when a guy like Gareth Bale was out injured, and they put a player like Isco on, it meant that their team changed in some ways, but in other ways, the control that they were able to have in so many big games really tilted the bar in their favor. A player like Casemiro is somebody who, in many ways, is underappreciated for everything that he gives to that team, but he's so important. And obviously, Luka Modric, Toni Kroos, their ability to give the team rhythm and really dictate things with their choice of passes. It's a really good collection of players, and obviously we understand we'll have to do we'll have to do a lot to close them down and make the game difficult for them.
Fred.
Scott Hammer with Chicago Fire. For Michael, just curious if you could talk a little bit about your connection to Soldier Field and just what the significance is for you every time you play in the stadium, whether it's for an event like this or a national team game or whatnot, just the way you were brought up with the early days of the Fire around here.
Yeah, coming back to Chicago is always special for me. Some of the most important years for me growing up and growing up as a young player were here in Chicago. My experiences playing for the Chicago Sockers. At the time, obviously my father was coaching the Fire, and the time that I was able to spend around the team, looking to be a part of things in any way. I can remember coming down to the old Soldier Field on Saturday nights and watching games. The atmosphere at that time in the league was so unique, and so it had such a European feel to it, and obviously it helped that there was a strong Polish presence in the team. But certainly when I look back on my childhood and growing up, the time spent here was incredible. And so for me to come back as a player, whether over the years it's been with the national team or now with the MLS All-Star team, it's always something that I really look forward to.
Hi, Christian Polanco from the Cooligans. Two questions for the coach and for Michael Bradley. I'm curious, what went into the philosophy of picking the MLS All-Stars? And, some people were curious why, like a player like Tim Melia was left off the team after having such a great season for Sporting Kansas City. And for Mike, I was curious, now that we know that your father, Bob Bradley, will be the coach for LAFC, are we getting any, maybe recruitment phone calls, possibly anything? What's your feeling on that announcement?
Recruitment for me or for other players? No. Look, my dad and I have an incredible relationship. I am who I am as a person and as a player because of him, and the experiences that we've been able to share in this game are some of the best in my entire life. But those experiences came long before he was ever officially my coach, and those experiences have continued long after we stopped, officially being on the same team. And so, for the time being, I couldn't be more excited for him. The project in Los Angeles, from everything that I've seen and read and everything that I've talked with him about, is going to be amazing. I think it's something that I think it's gonna help the league in a big way. And for 33 games next year, I'll be LAFC's biggest fan. There's no two ways about that. But I'm not going anywhere. I love Toronto. Toronto's my home. Toronto's my club. And I've never been more committed to trying to finish what I went there for, which was to win, to hold up trophies. I know the two guys sitting to my right hope to have something to say about that. But again, for me, that's what it's all about, and that's what I'll continue to try to do.
All right, we're going to go to the back.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, we started our selection of the players after the fan favorites were already done. So obviously we always were looking for giving the balance to our team, especially on the defensive end. I think we lacked of depth there, and that's the reason why we picked actually 4 center backs and 1 right back, and then everywhere else. I think that's the way how you build. You start with the defense and you start towards the top of the field. Obviously, midfield very important, and we were lucky actually that the fans did a good job on that side. And about Millie, I think he's a fantastic goalkeeper. It's just, other guys also were doing their job well. Their season was good, in our opinion, and we were looking, again, to the way we wanted to play and the way what we believe is the best for the team. And we also acknowledge that there are a lot of talent in our league that couldn't be here or tomorrow. But for sure, they deserve it. But there are some limitations, and we all know that it's not possible to have all of them in one game and on 24 team squad. So this is how we approached our selection.
All right, thank you. We're going to do the last few questions. Go ahead.
Héctor Lozano de Univisión Chicago. Profe Pano, ¿qué tanto vas a controlar los minutos de los jugadores sobre el terreno de juego, conociendo de las responsabilidades de la liga este fin de semana, específicamente para el Fire?
Sí, nosotros miramos siempre, queremos armar un equipo que dé espectáculo y que contra el equipo como Real Madrid no se achique, no tenga miedo, y tenemos personalidades en el campo que queremos que desde el inicio tengan un estilo de juego atrevido, un estilo de juego que domina el balón, que es muy importante contra el Real Madrid, y no cometer errores. Y en cuanto a los jugadores de Chicago Fire, nosotros miramos, este es nuestro partido, el único partido que tenemos es el partido que jugamos contra el Real Madrid. Una vez que esto, dependiendo de cómo vamos a jugar y de cómo queremos desarrollar el partido, una vez que este partido acabe, vamos a ver y preparar nuestro partido para el sábado. Pero nuestro objetivo es dar espectáculo en el partido contra el Real Madrid mañana aquí en el Soldier Field y delante de todos los aficionados de Chicago y de todos los que vienen aquí, pero delante de todo el mundo también.
Go ahead.
Glenn Levy, CNN. This is for Bastian. First of all, Bastian, happy birthday. Many happy returns. Aside from presumably winning the All-Star game being the best present that you could hope for this week, here's my question. If a penalty kick is awarded tomorrow, are you going to assume all rights as the birthday boy and the captain and insist on taking it?
If the coach let me, then I will take it. But thank you very much for birthday wishes. I mean, it is something special for me to be at the All-Star game first time in my career. So connected with my birthday, it's even more. I even more enjoy it. And yeah, just let's see if we get a penalty. You never know. So, but we have a lot of players who can take a penalty, I think.
All right, we're going to move to our last question before our photo op. Ed?
Paul M. Banks, thesportsbank.net. This one is for Bastian. About a month after you were here in Chicago, you said publicly that you think Zlatan Ibrahimovic, your former teammate, should also come to MLS. Now that you've been here a few months, what would be your recruiting pitch to him now that he still remains a free agent?
I mean, I spoke about Thomas Müller also could come here and play here. So, I mean, the MLS is growing. What Pauno said is right. I always say that my opinion about the MLS is that you're actually in every sport the best in basketball, ice hockey, American football, and baseball. But in a global sport like soccer, the league is still not on the same level. Like, let's say the Premier League or the Bundesliga. Of course, the league is young. There's not such a big history like in Europe in the leagues, but the goal should be in, let's say, 10 years, maybe to be on the same level like the Bundesliga or the English league. That would be great, and I hope that everyone tries to help to increase the level of the MLS, and that also players like American players like Pulisic. I think he was he was not at the Golden Cup, right? Gold Cup. So other players as well, that they are here and not in Europe. That should be the goal for America, and I just try to help so much as I can to contribute. And it's also great that you have this kind of players like Michael Bradley here in America, and he's helping a lot to increase the level of the league. But Zlatan is more than welcome, of course. Yes.
All right, with that, we thank the All-Stars. We're going to ask them to please rise, and we're going to take a joint photo op now. We welcome our All-Star opponent, Real Madrid, to the stage. The photographers, if you guys want to position yourselves, we will give you a brief few moments to do so, please. Come right ahead, please. Come on. All right, we'll give the photogs a chance, and then we'll get the videographers a chance. So photogs, go ahead. And then please go ahead and kneel so we can give the cameras in the back a chance as well. If you can please lower yourself, please. One more, please, for the videographers. Yes. All right, great. Thank you very much, All-Stars. Charlie, right here. All right, we welcome Real Madrid to the stage, manager Zinedine Zidane, and midfielder Toni Kroos. We also welcome the team media officer, Juan Camilo Andrade, who will help organize the questions. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. We will begin now this press conference. Please just have in mind, we do one question per intervention. We will do first questions for Toni Kroos and then questions for the coach. And please remember to say your name and the company you represent before asking that question. Comenzamos la rueda de prensa, hacemos una pregunta por intervención. Primero el turno de preguntas para Toni Kroos y después para el entrenador.
Hola, Toni. Aquí a tu derecha, Alfonso Torres en directo para Real Madrid Televisión. Este es el último partido de esta gira por los Estados Unidos de pretemporada. ¿Cuáles son los objetivos para este partido? Gracias.
Yeah, it's the same like always. We try to win. It works not perfect the last matches. We know, but of course we want to finish this preseason with a victory, and for us it's important to have a good feeling for the next match against Manchester United, and yeah, that's why we're here to win this game tomorrow, to prepare the next games, the next important games, and yeah, hope we can do it.
¿Qué tal, Toni? Aquí. Melchor Ruiz de la cadena COPE. Quería preguntarte, ¿se ha terminado ya la primera parte de la pretemporada con el All-Star Club este? Llega ahora el partido de la MLS. Quería saber primero cómo te encuentras tú y con ese objetivo a la vuelta de la esquina, que es el primer título de la temporada, la Supercopa de Europa.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm better now. I'm training with the team. Ankle feels much better, and I think it's enough to get some minutes tomorrow. And like I said before, the game is important for us. If you wear this shirt, you go out to win, and it's an important game. It's the last game before the real season starts. The important games come, and yeah, our goal is to go to the next match with a good feeling, and for this, it's important to win tomorrow.
Tony, right here, Jeff Carlisle with ESPN FC. Obviously, you'll be going up against your old teammate Bastian Schweinsteiger tomorrow. You know, what's that going to be like for you? And have you guys had a chance to catch up and talk about the upcoming season?
Yeah, I think we have tomorrow. I think we the chance to speak a little bit. As I know, Basti, his power is for not more than 45 minutes now, because so I think we see later in the stadium. No, it's always good to see him. I've not seen him for a long time now, but everything I heard was that he has a good time here, that he's happy here. I think it works very, very well, and yeah, that's what I wish him, and wish him all the best, of course.
Brian Sandalo, Chicago Sun-Times. What's it like being on Real Madrid? Wherever you guys go, you're rock stars mixed with the 90s Bulls. What's it like to see that kind of reaction wherever you go?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's true. Everywhere we go, it's USA, China, or of course in Madrid or Europe. Yeah, the fans are crazy. They are so happy to see us, to watch our training or our games. And it's great to see, and if you see that, you know that you are maybe in the biggest club of the world, because I think there's no other club like this.
Hi, Chris Cook of the Chicago Tribune. Tony, along the same lines, have you been in Chicago? You haven't been in Chicago long, but what's impressed you about the city, and do you want to do anything here in Chicago that interests you?
Oh, it's my first time. We arrived yesterday evening, so I didn't see so much yet. But the city looks nice. We have a great hotel, and I heard the pizza should be good. But I've not tried. But maybe tomorrow after the game.
Tony, Cesar Rodriguez with Telemundo Chicago. From the level of professionalism, level of organization that you've seen here in Chicago with Major League Soccer, the quality of living. Have you and your colleagues at Real Madrid spoken about possibly in the future coming to Major League Soccer? And if so, what players, have you picked their brains to say, hey, maybe I'll go to Chicago, maybe I'll go to New York or Los Angeles?
Yeah, I think that especially the soccer is improving in USA and also in Europe. We see this, and a lot of great players came here now. Not only Schweinsteiger, I think there are some more, especially tomorrow here, that had great careers in Europe and are here now. So that means that this league also have a big quality. Maybe not like in Europe, for example, Spain, Germany, or England, but it's improving. And I don't know the quality of living here, but everybody that is here says that it's amazing. So, yeah, you too. So, no, I think there are a lot of great cities in the US, and it's quality living here.
We're going to do two last questions for Tony Kroos. One over there.
¿Voy?
Yeah.
Para Zinedine Zidane, Liz Jiménez de la Ley
Perdona, estamos en preguntas para
107.9.
Tony Kroos primero.
Ok, para Tony Kroos.
Okay.
Tony, ¿cómo te sientes? Ya prácticamente será este el último partido. ¿En qué porcentaje físicamente te encuentras ya para cerrar esta pretemporada aquí en los Estados Unidos?
No, I think physically we are on a good level. We worked hard, especially the first 10, 14 days where we had no games, only training. I think was a very good, hard training. Sometimes I said to our coach, I have the feeling he's a German coach because we did some physical stuff, but it's important for all the season. We did it last year and it worked so well until the end. I only can speak for myself. The last season I felt very good until the end physically, and this is important. And I think the 3 weeks of work were very important, and also the games now. But now we try to get the training where we did very well into the games, this will be important.
Última pregunta para Tony Kroos. Last question for Tony.
Hi, this is Alexis Guerreros with the Cooligans. Tony, first thing, I'm from New York. Whatever you heard about the pizza here is wrong. It's not good. And second of all, the question is I don't know if this is your first time in America as a soccer player. If it is or if it's not, what do you think of both the quality of the player and what do you think about the fandom here? I know a lot of people say that Americans don't like soccer, but I think you're seeing that that's wrong. What do you think?
It's my first time, first preseason here, and no, we've seen a lot of great cities. We were in LA, Miami, now Chicago. We had some, I think high quality opponents. The last days we played Manchester United, Manchester City, Barcelona. I think it's a great opportunity to see how good we are at the moment, and. Like I said before, I think the quality in the US also is improving, and you also had a German coach in the past, and that shows quality always. Germans are quality, so No, like I said, I think it's improving. It's not on the same level at the moment like in Europe, but I think football is more and more important in US also.
We move now to a round of questions for the coach. Pasamos a las preguntas para el entrenador.
Hola, mister, por aquí. Javier García en directo para realmadrid.com. Mañana cerráis la gira contra las estrellas de la MLS, una liga que está creciendo mucho en los últimos años. ¿Qué esperas del partido y qué importancia puede tener para preparar la Supercopa de Europa que llega justo dentro de una semana?
Bueno, como siempre, nosotros esperamos hacer un buen partido y ojalá podemos empezar con una victoria. Pero no es lo más importante. Lo más importante para nosotros es acabar bien el último partido. Yo creo que trabajamos muy bien aquí, no hemos tenido muchas lesiones y esto para nosotros es lo más importante. Luego nos quedará poco tiempo para preparar el primer partido oficial, que es el día 8 y yo creo que después de los 4 partidos vamos a estar bien. Digo que esto para nosotros es lo más importante, terminar, acabar bien este partido y luego volver a casa.
Hola, mister.
Hola.
Edu Pidal, de Onda Cero. Hemos estado un mes hablando sobre la portada de Abola que decía que Cristiano se quería ir de Madrid. En este mes él pudo hablar en la Copa Confederaciones, pero no lo hizo, pudo haber aclarado algo en sus redes sociales y no lo hizo. ¿Usted ha echado de menos un mensaje de Cristiano claro, me quedo en el Madrid, para haber acabado con todo este mes de rumores, de ruedas de prensa, de preguntas para usted, para los jugadores?
Pero mismo si lo dice, de todas formas, él había comentarios de todas formas. Y al final lo importante es lo que él me dijo. Él está tranquilo, está de vacaciones, está a aprovechar de sus días y ya está. Ahora que ha pasado lo del 31, como tú sabes, ahora yo creo que él es tranquilo. El día 5 va a estar con nosotros y ya está. Ojalá que luego, después del día 5, se acaba este tema.
Thank you. Rick Furr for Sports Collectors Digest. I may be misremembering this, and if I do, then I'm just going to embarrass myself, and my question's irrelevant. But I seem to recall your being here the last time Real Madrid was in town, when Beckham was with the team. And if so, if my memory is correct, are you planning to visit any of your old haunts, and do you have good memories from that last trip?
Del lugar, de la ciudad, de Chicago. Sí, siempre. Además es una ciudad muy bonita y es verdad que no es la primera vez que estoy aquí y sí, es una ciudad encantadora y además yo creo que con el cariño sobre todo de la gente que hacia nosotros, sobre todo a los jugadores, que es importante. Porque no tiene la oportunidad, ellos no tienen la oportunidad de ver al Real Madrid y bueno, yo aprovecho de eso. Pero mañana tenemos un partido y nos gustaría hacer un buen partido, que es lo más importante.
¿Qué tal, Zinedine?
Hola.
Antón Meana, de la cadena SER. Le ha preguntado Edu por Cristiano Ronaldo. Usted ha dicho lo del 31. Quería saber si usted ha hablado con él en las últimas horas para preguntarle cómo le fue, para, no sé si mostrarle su apoyo.
No, directamente no.
Y si cree que esto puede, lo que pasó ayer, la declaración por el tema de Hacienda, si puede perjudicar de alguna manera a Cristiano en su relación con el club, con usted, con sus compañeros, y todo esto le puede afectar de alguna manera en el plano deportivo.
No, yo creo que al contrario, ya está contento porque esto pasó. Yo creo que además muy bien, ha sido una buena noticia para él para declarar y ahora está tranquilo con el tema del fútbol porque él quiere jugar al fútbol y que no se habla más de este tema. Él lo que quiere es estar con nosotros, el día 5 va a estar y nosotros preparar bien la temporada.
Zinedine, buenos días. Si no me equivoco, no se ha ganado en la pretemporada, pero más allá de los resultados, ¿cómo has visto el funcionamiento del equipo y más o menos físicamente cómo están ya para empezar los torneos oficiales?
Físicamente bien, veo el equipo muy bien, hemos trabajado muchísimo aquí, como el año pasado.
Y yo veo bien físicamente el equipo. Además, no hemos tenido tantas cosas físicas, en el sentido que no había muchas lesiones, un poco Tony, pero ya está solucionado, un poco de molestia con Rafa, un poco Luca, bueno, pero nada importante. Y al final me quedo con eso. No me quedo con el resultado porque no ha sido adecuado, nosotros queríamos hacer otra cosa, pero en el contenido del partido, los partidos que hemos tenido, yo creo que había cosas muy buenas y otras un poco peor, pero como siempre una pretemporada, nada más.
Pablo.
Sí, Pablo Polo de Marca. Yo le quería preguntar por Bale, que tiene una temporada importante, quiere hacer una gran temporada. La sensación que hay es que todavía no le hemos visto muy participativo, o sea, lo ha intentado, pero no. ¿Tú cómo le ves a Bale? ¿Todavía crees que le falta, que está pagando la inactividad del año pasado, que necesita todavía más trabajo, o le ves bien?
No, yo lo veo bien poco a poco, porque además ha tenido una lesión muy larga de 4 meses. Ahora es una pretemporada, la pretemporada que ha tenido del inicio, yo creo que ha sido buena para él. Ha entrenado con regularidad y es importante para él. Luego no estoy preocupado por el rendimiento, porque el rendimiento de la parte, te digo, de todo el equipo ha sido momentos muy buenos y otros un poco peor, pero nada más.
Over there. Yes, you.
In English.
Yes, this is Mike DeCourcy from Sporting News. Can you tell me what it was when you got done playing, why you wanted to be a coach, what it was that drove you to be in this position?
La pasión. Solo la pasión, lo que siempre me ha gustado es estar en el campo de fútbol, de jugador y ahora de entrenador, nada más. El día que no veo que no estoy más feliz, cambiaré mi vida, pero de momento me gusta lo que estoy haciendo y donde estoy, porque además de alguna manera estoy en el mejor club del mundo. Y estoy escribiendo también mi historia con este club de jugador y ahora como entrenador. Y hasta que yo tengo pasión, esto que cuando me levanto la mañana es para estar con mis jugadores y intentar ganar partidos, voy a seguir.
We have time for 2 last questions. Carlos, 2 últimas preguntas.
Aquí, mister Carlos Mojanes del diario AS. Quería preguntarle si tiene intención en este partido de darle salida de inicio a los sub-21 que se incorporaban más tarde, ponerlos de principio para rodarlos en este último partido.
Sí, bueno, más o menos. Yo creo que todos van a tener minutos y desde el inicio. La idea que de todas formas es que al final juegan todos minutos, lo que jugaron más, menos y el contrario.
Last question, última pregunta.
Pero vas a ver mañana el equipo, ¿no?
Zinedine acá para Activa Network. ¿Cómo se hace para preparar un partido con un equipo que realmente no conoces porque se arman ahora jugadores que no los tenés? Por lo menos tenés visto los jugadores, pero va a ser un equipo que se arma ahora. ¿Cómo lo enfrentás? ¿Cómo lo preparás?
Sí, es verdad, por el tema sobre todo del dibujo, de la organización suya. No sabemos si van a jugar con 4, 3 atrás, con 5, no sabemos. Pero lo que sabemos es que es un equipo muy bueno, es que va a ser un partido, como se dice, interesante. Nosotros sabemos cómo vamos a jugar, que es lo más importante. Luego veremos. Manera importante que sea un buen partido para todos y para sobre todo la gente que va a ver el partido.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias a todos.
All right, we thank Real Madrid for their participation in today's press conference. A few notes for all of you as we prepare for tomorrow. The MLS Commissioner Don Garber will be available to the media in a press conference tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. in the game press conference room downstairs. Media gates open starting at 5 o'clock, so please, we encourage you to arrive early or on time to get into the building and set up in the press conference room. Thank you all for participating.